Alright, just started this stream a few seconds ago and was getting tons of drop frames. Just stopped it and restarted it and it seems alright. Didn't unload anything, didn't quit the Streamlabs OBS program or anything like that or reboot anything, just ended the stream and then waited a few seconds and then started another one. Alrighty, so what we're going to do today is the Croft Manor stories. It's called Blood Ties, and this is finishing up Rise of the Tomb Raider. Finished the main story of Rise of the Tomb Raider. Finished that in the previous stream, number 15. This is number 16, and there will be a link to that last stream in the upper right where I finished the main story of Rise of the Tomb Raider. So this is the going to be working on the extra stuff this weekend. Gonna finish this and then go back into the game and get the last few tombs that I didn't complete while I was finishing the story. All right, let's put my link in the chat and then we'll get playing. Links, let's see, email about anything, Coach Steve Money at gmail.com, and that's right there as well. What else? Donations, not monetized yet. Working on that. Gonna need 600 and some more subscribers. Gotta get to 1,000 subscribers. Gonna be the hard part. I'm almost at 4,000 hours watched, which is also the watch time requirement. Let's see, donations. And donations go to paypal.me/coach Steve Money. Okay, and all those links will be at the top of the chat as well as in the video description. I'm a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you can schedule a free financial coaching consultation assessment with me at calendly.com. Coach Steve Money, again, at the top of the chat and in the video description. Okay, let's play some game here. There we go. New story, Blood Ties. Continue story. I don't know if I ever finished it. Let's see. Some documents and relics found throughout the manor are essential for completing the story. Okay. Important clues can be found in the documents and relic viewer. Alright. I don't remember if there's like combat in this particular one, but they're in Laura's Nightmare, the other one that takes place in Croft Manor. There definitely is. This might just be climbing and jumping and such.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe.
Some what?
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Is it in the library? Of course, he's got more books than just that. Of course. Come on. There we go.
Well, this is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly. But it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia. And apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history, of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond. And she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess, moving and counter-moving in argument. At one point, that poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start. My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good. Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
I guess nothing in there. Okay.
A picture with Dad and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
Right, that's her, one of her main colors that she wears in most of the games. That dark teal or whatever that
This
is.
is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
Benjamin Croft.
One of Dad's Yoruba masks, a gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. I see but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement, though I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect. Such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. But I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did. Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria. He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Which that was the main story of Rise of the Tomb Raider, which again was completed in the last stream number 15. And now this is just doing the DLC extra stuff. Plan is to wrap this up in this weekend and get back into Uncharted because I want to play those
Dad's
first two
book
games.
about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
Got some bookmarks there. Look at that. Some tabs. Lord Richard Croft. So like I said, I want to get that done by... I want to have both Uncharted games finished before the movie comes out in February. Stars Spider-Man actor Tom Holland is a younger Nathan Drake and Mark
The
Wahlberg
door to the library.
is
Locked. There's got to be another way through.
of course it does. Mark Wahlberg as Sully in Uncharted.
This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Alright, this is down, so it's right around. So the first thing is a right, and then it goes around. Okay.
Wait, I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
Yeah.
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt. Too dark. Going to need a flashlight.
Alright, fair enough.
Hi, Dad. I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist. Are some of her paintings locked up in the West Wing? And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school?
Nothing in the armoire. You can't, can't access the internet and subscribe to my YouTube channel?
Lara, I've reviewed the report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you've so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggest. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the Manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas.
Let's see, what are we doing? Oh, looking for plots. Oh yeah, so yeah, upset it wouldn't let me log in, and of course, this game came out in 2015. I did not have a YouTube channel, so.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, you won't be boring your sword this time.
Maybe. It's raining outside. You went out there, you would get a proper soaking. Alright.
The Grand Hall. Always loved playing in here as a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
Now we got some damage here.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Dad was always so protective of the West Wing. Locked. Need a key to open this.
Need a master key. Okay. So, are you keeping track? We need a flashlight and a master key to get into the West Wing. President Bartlett will be in there. West Wing was a TV show. 90s. Another master key need. It's a good idea. You do the construction stuff that makes what they have to render for the game smaller.
This belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here?
Uh-oh. Oh. Batteries. Thought the game was glitching. Negative and positive. If there's any gamers out there that are watching this, just a word of warning. I bought a new controller because my previous controller was constantly disconnecting and reconnecting. Oh. They put it in correctly. And anyway, I connected the new controller to the wireless receiver, and had the same problem with the new controller. So I took the receiver out and plugged it into a different USB port. Plugged something else into that USB port. Doesn't seem to be anything wrong with the USB port, but maybe just it needed to be unplugged and plugged back in. So there we go. Okay, so those must not be charged. Alright, well, I could reach the... There we go. Okay. So try that if you have a similar problem. Is it the... Oh.
Someone has a sense of humor.
Stop smoking, Lo. Ah. That would be Richard Croft, and of course she had cancer. Again, that's from the story, the main story, Rise of the Tomb Raider. So yeah, it looks like this is all gonna be like detective work. It's like no combat. Hopefully at least some jumping and climbing. It's a vase. Oh, not the vase. Armoire. Hey.
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
Mm-hmm. That's where I came from. Perhaps there will be master key and flashlight down here. I will go to the right. Get some more issues here with some damage. I wonder if any of that's Lara's fault.
I'm not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
How come she didn't put that back there? She stole that. Looks like something there in the middle of the floor. I'll get there eventually. It did say you definitely have to find some of the clues. They're not optional. And is that probably that door to the outside?
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
What is that? Oh, it's a flashlight. Cool. There we go.
Should be able to explore the dark now.
Dark.
Hey, Jonah. Sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the Manor. A lot has happened, and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long I don't even know if I want to keep it. But after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me. If it's worth fighting him for, I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London.
Junior.
Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behavior. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you, loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estate, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle.
Alrighty. Since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, that was the what happened in the first of this trilogy, the last 3 games of Tomb Raider that have come out, and that was in the first one. That is just called Tomb Raider again. And yeah, hey, she's not crazy. Some crazy stuff happened, but she's not crazy. Just like Lord Croft. How come that didn't light up? Master key. I can see the master key is going to be very prevalent here. Alright. Guess we will. That's all the way around. I guess we'll see what's going on in the center.
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Looking at the compass, thinking.
What about, if I may inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places, about finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work. Never thought there was a chance of being accepted. Oh, but a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States and... oh, God! I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby. But it was Richard who objected, who gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist I accept, even though I know it will break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side, in time.
I'm gonna have a lighter to do what? To burn that, or just to light the fire? Okay. Alright, so back upstairs. Make sure we're missing anything from down here. Nope. Okay. Where was that? Oh, right down this hall, right? Servants' passages. Not as nice as the rest of the building. And some brooms if you want to play Quidditch. Oh.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
Right.
They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colors. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow in the bright Egyptian sun amidst the dust and ruins.
I'm not surprised he asked her to marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Might be the best time. Let's see where the other store leads. Probably need the key. You. That's your England power right there. They have the two circles. They don't have the same that the United States does. Oh. Rats.
Amelia, I know we have had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. You say Richard's theories have merit. You say that he may have actually stumbled upon some mythic, unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims. And while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I want to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet. If not for me, at least for Lara.
He's kind of a butthole.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
A lot of wine or champagne or something down there. Oh. Come back to that.
My lord, I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I wanted to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now, and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano. It enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me in the walk-in freezer, of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara in the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able.
Poor Winston. I remember being so angry. He was always so patient with me.
Let's get to the right first. Exploring areas.
Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organizing the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorizing hieroglyphs and ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. This will be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It'll be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect. And I do believe he needs it as much as she does.
That would be so fun. Oh my goodness. I bet that can be moved. Nope. Blocked. Right. So then we just keep going right. Rats again. Hello there. Oh. How about that?
Dad loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favorite Bordeaux.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair.
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
I don't think anything's there. Let's see. Can I get through this way? Probably not. Oh, hello there. How do I get into there? Huh. Oh no, I have to go that way. Oh, I thought I could slide through there or something. There we go. This is more like regular Tomb Raider game. Lara being waist deep or more in some kind of mud. Like, wouldn't normally, if you had that much water coming in, wouldn't... I mean, do you just live with that? In an old house, or in England, or what do you do? I mean, don't you get that taken care of so the water doesn't come in anymore? No, I did not do what I did. Stay to the right. And so then when we come back out, we'll hit that little area. It's breaking my own load.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Haha. That's so cute. Nope, nope. What are all those sideways 8s? Are that like an infinity symbol? White paint normally means you could climb on it? What is that?
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition.
Oops. Relics. Excuse me. Trap mechanism.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise.
Oh, I thought they actually took her to Egypt for that. Well, I guess she got to go later, though. Still fun.
Water damage from the main hall above.
Yeah, that needs some work. The house does. Oh, that's the library. And that's where we need to go. So I guess I better go back out and hit that path to the left there. way or... Yeah. Okay, with that. Before when I said that, or I would go that other way. No, that was in here, and so it must have just been like basically nothing there, just like a alternate route kind of thing. Let's see if I go in this way, we'll see if I can find that again. Oh, was it just, it was right there, it was just going this way, I think. Yeah. Anything up here? Yeah. Okay. I could have just ignored all that. Make sure there's nothing there. Hit the Spidey sense button. Nope. Okay. The Lara sense button. How do I get into, where is that? Okay, that, oh, it's an open door all the way down there, so. That should be alright. So let's go all the way around to get on the other side of that fence. Oh wait, that's the library. Yeah, so I gotta go, so I don't, I mean I know the library is where we want to go, but it says you have to find certain items. So, and if it's a waste of time, it'll just be a waste of time. There, and so all the way down here there should be an opening to that. I don't get if that's there. It's a should be an opening right here. Alright, well, we'll take a look when we go back in there momentarily.
I'm at a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche. But there's truth in it. Two roads before me. Both present joy and compromise. A life with Richard, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family, but also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the de Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. Oh, this really is a rubbish choice.
Rubbish.
I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough?
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes Queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
Did you ever win, Lara?
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him.
Guess not. There's some keys in there. Looking for the hidden information. See the fun detail. This game came out in 2015, and you can see the scratches in the wood. Pretty cool, but nothing like this new Unreal 5 engine. Games are going to be amazed on it. Probably got to get a new video card for that though. Alright, where the heck are we trying to see to get hidden information? So spin it eventually after I've looked at everything to try to...
I always chose white.
Oh.
Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
White goes first. I don't know how to play chess. Everybody's always surprised at that I never played that. You don't have your axe? Oh, crowbar. You don't have your axe with you? I would take that thing everywhere. Nothing in that one. Okay, so nothing there. Alrighty. So I don't understand again how this looked like it was open right here, that where that brick wall is. Right? Let's go check it out. So we're just going straight down the hall. It's a straight path. And look at that, there's that jackal right there, or Anubis. Oh, you can't see it from here, but when you looked at it on the other side of these pipes, when you look straight down there, it was an open door. An open door. What's the song called? What is it called? And what do you know? It's a backward, don't say so. That's all. Okay, I got to turn around. Okay, so this is... And so we want to get to that part. So we can look at it. And that's on the way to the library. With the jackal right there? Yeah, okay. Yeah, see, oh, maybe that's not open. It looks like it's got a window right up there. Looks like it's open all the way down there. Okay. Into the library. Oh, when it said the post earlier, that is, that's the mail. What they call the mail in England. That's like what is that? Royals. That song. No postcode and B. It's like our zip code. Learning and playing with Steve. Maybe crowbar again. That song's called Something to Say by the... Too many things, I can't remember everything.
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights.
Yeah. One has some secret information. Oh, look.
There's a missing page.
No?
Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met, I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I have not seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life. But it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Alright.
I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out.
Vellum, I think, is the kind of paper that it is.
I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with. But But this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might just be a bit more famous.
Yeah, that is the problem with Crazy Lord Croft, is that he was right about all that stuff. Oh.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful. It appears Sir Reginald's helmet fell off. Or didn't I put it back properly?
Have to find that. Along the way. Master key. No. Huh? Did I miss something? No, I can turn that off. I'll leave it on. It's nice to listen to. Ah. I would have never guessed you could do that. Unless when I walked by it, it did that. Then I would have known. Okay. Still didn't do that then.
Took quite a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
And she was a gal. It did continue on there. I don't remember ever doing this. I don't know if I did it. Maybe my son started playing it. And he would probably get bored of this. It's not as exciting as the regular type of game. I'm gonna go ahead and say, oh, there's a missing page of the...
Blank, except for the image of a key.
Oh. Aha! I gotta pick that up.
I remember this map now. It leads to the master key. We made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
And the heat source. Master key needed. Hello, Loop, and... Master
I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
in the where? Alright, so... Is there a fire in here? Oh, I need to find the fire. Oh, I need to find the lighter. That's why I need to have the... My goodness, okay, so I covered all that.
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you fool. Lara's expedition treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
Huh.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here.
What?
Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it, though.
BC. Not RC, not Richard Croft.
The Croft family crest and initials PC.
Yeah.
I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
How about that? So here it comes out there. Alright, so...
Okay, should be able to light the fireplace now.
But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the room first.
I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I'm standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. They've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence, the distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
Make sure there's nothing in that corner. There's a dinosaur back there.
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Interesting. Remember, it did have... We did see some 8s or the infinity symbol like that. They were on the side like that. Huh.
Now, let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times. This was always one of my favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
think that's everything. Let's see. Nope. Forgot that one.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Java cake next to William Blake. Those would probably not be good if those are still there. Looks like it, but I'm gonna go for down here and see. And what would have been cool is it still playing. It is still going. I think it was still spinning. It just wasn't. I guess it. Once it goes to the edge, it still just keeps spinning there. All right.
This should help me read the map.
Right.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool.
X marks the spot, as they say.
Indeed. Is that down here or yeah? Okay. Okay, so it was. The trunk by the bookcase. Or is that upstairs? Ah. How about that?
The master key. This should get me into the West Wing.
Well, and everywhere else. And open up all the trunks and stuff. My goodness.
Alright. This should open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Had you never been in there, Myra? Did it open anything in here? I don't think there's anything locked. There were no lockers or anything like that. Oh, I didn't even notice before. I didn't notice the drawings that Laura did that are right there. Noticed the dinosaur back there, but not the drawings. The drawings. Ah, good. Means I won't be down here.
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
Yeah. Is this not the library? There still might be something here. Like that.
Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate it if you kept this between us, but I felt tonight called for something special. If you will forgive me the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston.
That looks like that says to Lord Croft. Maybe that's just a default picture on the right for any kind of message. We'll see. Check other ones. Everything in this room. You. It's good to have the light automatically come on when it's dark. So it's dead end. And this is the main. Yeah. Were there other yeah. Okay, nothing. No? No, that's not attached to anything.
Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She is beside herself with worry. But, for the moment, she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. But the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please, consider your family. You're a de Mornay. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk.
So that was just a closet. Is there anything locked in here? A lot of locked stuff all over the place. No, that's not anything to do. It just looks like that because the light is right over it. There's the one with the locked things.
The Croft family crest.
Alright.
Worse than I thought.
Whoa. Yikes. Anything in here? Okay, going to the right, that way. Whoa.
Okay, Laura, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
You think after all the scares she's been through, you get used to it.
My lord, we all hope your work was well received at the conference and look forward to your return. As is so often the case with these missives, I wanted to call your attention to an incident involving our little angel. It seems that Lara has been the subject of some ridicule amongst the other girls at school. From what I can gather, some of the other young ladies were teasing her for being too much of a tomboy. You know how Lara can get when pushed into a corner.
Indeed.
Let's just say they won't be bothering her again. But I do think their words have had an effect. I believe Lara has been missing her mother lately. She's begun to worry that she isn't like the other girls. And having grown up with only a father, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she has trouble relating to them. I wonder if this new friend of yours, Anna, is it? Perhaps she might prove a welcome influence. It might be worth bringing her to the manor to meet Lara. In any case, I'll let you decide the proper time to do that. Please travel home safely. Yours, Winston.
Untouched for years, exactly as you left it.
I stood up to my family's criticism, stood in defense of Richard and our love. But as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trail to its end. A white cloth stretched out on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate, and my doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure.
Indeed. Absolutely. No, it's breaking my own law again. Let's go right. Over here, and there's also a memory thing right there. Oh, I thought it would just play the memory.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young. Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Oh, that wasn't a memory thing right there. That was just dust.
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
The one of him.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there, in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them. A simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled, thinking about giving it to him. I was happy, and I was going home.
Blocks of red. Dad's favorite painting. Maybe something about that painting will help me figure out the combination.
And open that one.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
You light the fire? Nope. Okay. I guess that's it for in here. That's his favorite painting. That's probably in her relics. Like there's a representation of it, so you can look at it later and try to figure it out. Oh. Little spidey sense button to make sure there's nothing else in here to do.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Superintendent's gonna be pissed. It's from Ghostbusters. I don't remember which one. The master bedroom. The remaining combination.
After everything Atlas has
I
done...
think this was Dad's pocket watch.
Rest is blank. Time.
Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
How could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me. Tonight. I will take care of Atlas. And then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me. My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
October? Right, what are we looking for? Even if it is that, you gotta have it, unfortunately, you gotta have it in the exact spot.
There's a date.
Oh.
October something. Damn, the number is faded.
Alright. Yeah, can't see it.
Their anniversary was in October, but which day? I can't believe I don't know this. There's got to be another clue somewhere.
Wow.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
Ah, perhaps, hey, look at that.
October 13th. Pretty sure my parents were married in October. I think it was close to her birthday.
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seeing him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life every day. So it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days until my birthday, but I wouldn't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. So we found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right. And with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me. But I don't care anymore. I'm free of de Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow, Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together.
Alrighty, so that means they got married on October 9th.
Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
Inscription right there.
The inscription is faded.
Yours, something. Extremely yours? Looks like it starts with E. Eternally yours, probably. Eternally yours? Yeah. Probs.
I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia wouldn't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favors a classic such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara. A subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt, where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, of how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Interesting, Scarlet. Croft or Kate Croft. Interesting. Lara, settled on to the sun god Ra. I wonder if that's like originally what they were thinking when they came up with that, or if they just made that work after the fact, which a lot of times you do.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it.
A lot of times you can do that, like when a movie or TV show or something comes out, and then much later you have a reason for something that happened there, which wasn't necessarily true at the time it came out, but it fits the story.
Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am, as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said. The wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps one day, Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
Nope.
At least that old thing still works.
Done in the bedroom.
With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there.
Okay, I guess that's everything for here. Which way did I come? That way, I think. Looking for, oh, nope, that way. The things to open with the key. Thought there was more stuff. More doors. Either. Let's see, well, what's my objective? Lord Croft's safe. Combination relics in the library. Is the library down here? I can't remember. Is not. Yeah. There we go. It's right there. Smarter than I think I am. Can't go that way though. Nope. Turned around. Oh, is that where... Does it go this way again to get to the... No. Did we go everywhere over here? Because again, it looked like that the end of that hall was open, and there's bricks right there. And there's no other way. Around it. So that's something I do not understand. Which is right here, and once you get on the other side of this and look down the hall, it looks like it's open. But there must be another way to get there. See, that's an 8 right there. Of that particular district. Yeah, that's not bad there. Oh, I still don't have the crowbar. Oh, did I never went up there earlier. I don't think, did I? No, I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I did. Oh yeah, this is his, Oh, and this is the library. Okay, great. Alright, remaining combination relics. Oh, now I have the key.
I think there might be more clues to find in the library.
So that means in here. Let's look. Give me a second. I'm gonna look myself before hitting the Spidey sense button. Well, and we could go back here.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
Drawing.
Spent so many hours in here, reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
Is there something that was locked up here? Yes, there was.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number, but which one?
Good question. Do we have a book of hieroglyphs?
Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
Fair enough. Where is this die? Oh, it is in there.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here. And it's for you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues. Let's see if I can figure this out. No, that didn't work.
Alright, let's see. What did these paintings? The one with the red box squares was on there.
I believe it took this trip to put...
The wedding day was October 9th.
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
Expedition Treasure.
Lara's Expedition Treasure. My favorite painting by Amelia. The day of our wedding anniversary.
So 9. The number of...
That has to be in the clues.
The number of boxes in that. So is that going to be squares in that? That going to be 4?
I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge.
9, 4, ends in 9, 4.
For God's sake.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I...
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
Okay, so need to get her messages. Okay. Oh, and that's a relic. There we go.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8?
It looks like 6 if it's the number of those round things on there. So 6.
I remember this.
6. Hieroglyphics worksheet.
I remember this now.
Oh yeah. There we
Each
go.
district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't 6. 6 is that. 8 is that. Wasn't it the... Oh, she was 5. I think.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt.
See the two
How
birds
old was
right
I
there.
again?
She's
6,
5.
8.
Okay, so
For God's sake, memorize
5,
the combination, you fool.
4,
Lara's expedition
9.
treasure.
That worked.
How about that? So cool.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept it safe. No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. It is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her, not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I'm going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate, a test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. I can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now, and then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do? Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn, this isn't it either. I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that? A blank page.
Nope. Fire.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Need to go to the fire to read it. Which Fireplace down here.
A hidden message.
Found hieroglyphs.
What are these strange marks? They have to be some kind of clue.
Alright, so the lines with dots on it. That, I don't think they are. So now I have to go there because it tells me that, but let's see. I'm looking for that hieroglyphics worksheet again. Oh, is it under relics? Because it's a
hidden message.
Yeah. Where it is.
I remember this now.
Oh.
Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these
It
symbols to
is.
the actual number hieroglyphs.
That's that one there. Okay, so that's a 1. Okay, so let's just get that in order then.
A hidden message.
Alright, so it's just a straight line. Oh. Oh, so you bunch that up, and then that shows the different ones. So that's a single bird or duck or something. And that is, I think, for 1. What is that one?
I remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
1, 2, and what's that other one? 1, 4, 2.
A hidden message.
Yep, 1, 4, 2 looks like. No. Where are we going? On the left. Yeah, still haven't found the crowbar. Maybe that's what's in where we're gonna get now. Or do I have to go back down? It's not showing me any. Place to go. Saw the illustrated blank letter. It's 142, right? Oh, missed that.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts. I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece. The objective has just gone away. Maybe it doesn't show you if you're on the wrong floor. Me again and try to see what that vase was all about, that vase. There's no tricks on these. I know I haven't gotten that Is that a glitch that it's not showing the objective location anymore, or are they just trying to get me to be smarter and me to solve it myself? There's no other box anywhere, was there? The only thing I don't know. I don't know what that is right there. Just a sheet over something blocking that area. Around.
Yeah. Stupid.
I returned home.
For good.
Nope. What am I looking? Oh. It's under here. The final puzzle. Oh, there we go. Okay. Blank letter, and blank letter revealed.
A
and
hidden
that's
message.
right there. So it is. There's boxes. So it's down. Is that downstairs? There's that. Somewhere where there's chairs and is that the chessboard down there? Huh. Okay, I think it's downstairs. Which is the way to that is one. Back over this way. It was up. It was downstairs, right? Yeah. Is this where it is? Oh, that's the...
A hidden message.
Mm-hmm. So those are the cats. So it's the first one. Oh.
A
That-
hidden message.
Is where I originally went in, right? All the way back here. Whoops. Downstairs. So that would mean it's right. It's on the third layer. Right there. Oh, that could be moved. There's that whole area. Oh, I can move. Oh, I can move that out. Oh, look at that. And so it was, what was it? 142? How about that? That's pretty cool.
Damn, locked in.
Oh yeah? Well, that means it's bound. Look at that. Construction, that's pretty cool. Oh, what's that? Lights?
Did this open the secret door from the inside? Hope I'm not trapped in here.
The secret door. Door from the inside.
Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
Maybe. Wow, pretty cool. You know you'd have to raid a tomb in your own house.
Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken and you're not yet ready to see visitors. He told me you blame yourself for your loss. Well, to that, I say you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever. But you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia. And so do we all. Atlas.
Alright. Oh, that's some kind of washer thing, or like an X-ray fluorescent machine. Something.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here.
And we'll be reading that. Or she will be.
This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
You should. Oh, and I wonder if that's involved in. I can't remember if that's involved in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the next game.
It's over. I have done all that I could, and my Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scowled at my designs. Then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought for the barest moment that it had worked. The hour was midnight and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me as one empties a glass in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. Amazing. Even in here, Dad went out of his way to hide his findings.
Oh. Oh my goodness. Cool.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
In Greek Latin. Maybe.
Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
Uh-oh. Now, if I was a crowbar, where would I be? Right in there?
Might be able to
Yes.
use this to access other parts of the manor.
That's fun. I have not played this before, so I had no clue. Now, does that mean I gotta go do all the other stuff first? That's fun. Look. Roaches or other bugs down there. That's fun detail. There's a missing
The
page.
missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
There we go.
The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building this secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe.
Roth is a character that was in the first game of the trilogy. The one that is simply called Tomb Raider. Okay, how do I get out of here? Oh, if I have a crowbar, maybe I can get out of it. I guess that's what I gotta do to get out then. Okay, make sure I didn't miss anything except that, yeah, okay. Okay. This is cool. A game, again, to the right. That is probably the way out, so we'll save that. That's kind of cool. It lets you, like, with not having to do so many jump-ins and climbings and runnings and shootings and stuff like that.
Hi, Dad. So I know I only just returned to school, but when can I come out to the dig site again? It's just so boring here. We're doing all the stuff I already read last summer. I always end up staring out the window and thinking about our expeditions, and then I'm yelled at for daydreaming. I promise I'll be good and not disturb you and just work wherever you tell me. I just miss it, Dad. And I miss you.
Oh, and so this is so we're back here again. there's the, oh, so there's the, thing, and as you can see, it looks like it opens. Oh, no, you can't see it from here. Where could you see that from? You see how that looks like it, that definitely opens up into another room? It looked like the same thing on here. Unless I'm losing my mind. And I was always just looking at that way. But I wouldn't, because I knew that that was over a little bit. So let's see if it was over here. No? Okay, so if that is... Well, let me open it with that crowbar. Okay, so this is the way out then. So this might be another little secret area. Or no, it's a 2 ways out. Alright, what's the deal now? So the riddle of the sun-shaped plaque. Oh yeah, you gotta go down to the oh, no, I don't have to go this way, do I? Is that the only way to get in there? No, is it? No, it says it's down there. All right. Oh, you just put that in. Interesting.
Our knowledge is to the east, our respite to the west. Our future is to the south, our past is to the north.
Okay. You want the past? I guess not. I guess we want the what's to the south.
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe.
Future. Oh, okay. Future's to the south. All right. Oh, out of the building. Yes, that's right. Yeah, out of the building. So that means leave. I would assume. Solve Riddle sun-shaped flat. And so do something right there. Oh. Well, that's not. That is not there. That's where I was going to begin with, and it made me doubt myself. So always go with first instincts. wonderful need to get all the rest of the stuff. You know, remember the other few things that needed a crowbar for? This is pretty cool. I can appreciate how this would be boring for some people. Like there's not enough action going on.
Incredible. This crypt was here all along.
And such, but this is pretty cool. And granted, if it wasn't part of a Tomb Raider game and I got it for free,
I expected a sort of crushing finality to grip me when we returned to the manor to lay Amelia to rest. Indeed, once the last of my funereal duties were performed, I fully believed that I would crumple to the ground next to her and expire, not from grief, but succumbing to the terrible exhaustion of the last few weeks. Instead, as the mausoleum stones slid into place, I felt a sort of peace and energy, one that I confess caught me entirely off guard. This was not the terminus of our story, and I was a fool to think so. Her body may be gone, but her spirit still resides here, in the manor, in me, in Lara. Her soul is forever twined with mine, and death is just a momentary interruption. I walked out of that cold quiet into a sunlight that burned my eyes, and I have never been more sure. Death is not the end, and there is work yet to do.
I don't understand how the fire can keep going for however many years it's been.
My great-grandmother Rose,
Oh.
nicknamed the Golden Rose for her perfect reputation. I wonder what she would have thought of me.
I see, this is, for other crofts are here as well. I gotcha. You said their future lies this way.
My God, can it be? Dad, you did bring her home.
That's the problem right there.
My dearest Lara, it is difficult to write this, knowing these may only ever be words on a page to you. I wonder if you will remember my voice. Will you remember the way we used to play and laugh? Will you remember me comforting you when you were sad? Know that I'm still with you, Lara. My energy, my love, it's within you. It always will be. Use that energy to pursue your passions in life. Never let others determine your journey. You become who you are through your choices, through the love you give and the promises you keep. I hope you are happy, that you are loved and successful in whatever it is you choose to do. I am proud of you, my darling. Remember me, with all my love, your mother.
Okay. That was Croft
What's
Manor.
this? A letter.
Oh. Thought it was over. Additional relics have become available in the manor.
Lara, I have received the notarized affidavit confirming Amelia's grave and the discovery of the burial crypt within the manor premises. While I can't fathom why your father would hide your mother's fate from her own family, I cannot deny that any legal claims I may have had on the estate are now null and void. Croft Manor and the remainder of your father's assets are now yours in perpetuity to do with as you wish. If there comes a time when you require assistance in managing the estate, I hope you will consider contacting me to retain my services. Sincerely, your uncle.
Yeah, not sure about the offer.
I've been so focused on defying my uncle, of fighting to keep his hands off this manor, that I never realized how much this place actually means to me. But since I've been here, I can feel the presence of my mother and father. I sense the entire history of my family and the deep roots we have in this place. I want to honor my parents. I want to honor all of my ancestors. The Croft family may be all but destroyed, but I will make our name and our home great again.
Just chilling. Do I have 89% complete? So I guess I could the other ones, but there's no like story or any anything to do. Just have to explore the entire area. Maybe I'll do that, and if I do that, I'll do a stream, and that probably wouldn't take that long. There are, what, 7 more relics, 3 more documents. That's it. 7 more relics and 3 more documents. And they do not appear to be on the map, but would probably see them if I did the cheat button like that. You'd probably see where they are, and most of them are probably in places you need the crowbar for, or where you need the master key for, and I just didn't go there. Yeah. Shot with the family crest in the background, and the fire. Whoops. Where are you doing? All right, so there is another Croft Manor thing, I think, where that's guys, I'm assuming maybe Trinity or something like that, where they invade the house, and Laura has to kick their butts, and so I'll be playing that. And there's a DLC called Baba Yaga for it, downloadable content for it, and I'll be playing that story as well in that. And of course, there's 2 or 3 tombs in the regular Rise of the Tomb Raider game that I will be doing as well. And so that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? I thought I was going to do that and start on. Maybe I will be doing some more of that. Maybe I'll do 2 more streams today and take care of those items. All right. And anyway, this is stream. What did I say? 16. I think this is stream 16, and so there'll be a link to stream 17 up in the upper right. Once again, I'm a Ramsey certified financial coach, and you can schedule that free financial coaching consultation / assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. The link is at the top of the chat and in the video description. And of course, we can do that virtually, so it doesn't matter where you are in the world. We can do as long as you can speak English and understand English. Then we can take care of that. So that is open to anybody. Doesn't have to be anybody. That's not a local thing because of we can talk over Skype or over Discord, any number of video conferencing platforms. All right, Google Meet probably is what it would be. If you have any questions about that or anything else that's on my stream, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Just email me, and you can ask me about anything about financial coaching, about Oak Island, about video gaming, about computer stuff, anything that's on your mind. Be more than happy to talk to you about that. Alrighty, and that's it for today. Or not for today, but it's it for the moment. I might get a nap before I do another stream. Alright. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Good night. She's a little chilly. She should get closer to the fire. Okay, make smart financial decisions every day. Yeah, it freezes the game when I access away from it.